Hi there, teenagers. How you all doing today? I welcome you to another edition with Oluwatosin David Side, your favorite coach and mentor, right? Good. So today I want to talk about a topic, or should I say a matter that is so important in the life of every man, especially from your teen age. So if I may ask you, who are you? Yes, who are you? I know the first thing that comes to your mind is my name is Oluwatosin David Sat. I am female. I am this. I am this. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Yes, it's fine to know yourself. Of course, to know your name. If I tell you to close your eyes and describe yourself, you can, and you will be able to describe yourself. But this goes beyond your name. This goes beyond your physical description. This goes ahead into talking about your purpose. So I understand that for every man God has created, He has created us with a factory fitted purpose. So your purpose is what gives you an identity. Your purpose is what makes you who you are. So if we are seated and we see somebody walk by wearing a lab coat with a stethoscope on his neck, you and I will conclude what? Even without knowing his name, would say that's a doctor, or closest, that's a medical practitioner, right? That gave him identity. It is a purpose for that person, but it has given him an identity. So to you and I, we don't need to know his name to address him. We can say, "Excuse me, doctor," and he will turn to look at you. He will turn to pay attention because you have addressed him. You have given identity. You recognize his identity, and you have called him by that identity. So if I ask once again, who are you? We are getting somewhere, right? Very good. So now I want you to understand that, see, God has created each and every one of us with a specific purpose. In short, that is why we are on earth. If you do not have a purpose, God, I'm very sure God will not create you. God is a purposeful and intentional God. So when He was creating you and when He was creating me, He had an idea. He had a purpose in mind. So as He created us, He put in us that purpose that we should fulfill on earth, which will give us an identity, right? Good. So you have a sofa in your house. If you dump clothes on that sofa, is that sofa fulfilling purpose? Of course, you will say no, it's not fulfilling, because the essence or the purpose with which that sofa was created or was made is for people to sit on it. Is for people to sit on it. Or in some places, people lie down on the sofa, right? So it's not for dumping of clothes, it's not for keeping clothes, it's not for keeping books. So when you come to sit on the sofa, what it means is that that sofa is fulfilling its purpose on earth. So as human that you are, have you discovered your purpose? So aside from the fact that you have a name, which you were given 7 days or 8 days after you were born, what is that purpose you are to fulfill? Or what is that identity you carry? Are you getting it? Now, there are several ways by which we know what we are called into. I am going to be treating that now. The very first thing is that to some people, this is something you do effortlessly. You do it without minding whether you eat or you've not eaten. You do it without minding the pay, the reward. You just want to do it because you enjoy doing it, right? Some people can play football from morning till night without eating. Some people can write from morning till night without eating. So that particular thing you can do effortlessly. That particular thing you can do without minding whether you're going to get paid or not. That thing you can do whether you eat or not. Look into it critically. that could be what God has called you to do on earth. Now, I don't want you to see it like because you are called into probably writing, someone is called into football and then is making more money than you are. That does not mean the person is fulfilling more purpose than you're doing. No, there is nothing like that. All God requires from us is our faithfulness in that which He has called you into. So whether you are called into ministry full time, or you are called into the banking sector to help people, or you are called to be a teacher, you are called to be a baker, a cook, a chef, you are called into any of these things, I want you to just hold on to it and be faithful, run with it. Now, coming to the matter of identity, now that you realize you know who you are and you know your purpose, you are running after it, I want you to understand that that purpose gives you an identity. The moment you run after that which God has called you into, you would realize that it begins to streamline your friends. Purpose will begin to streamline your friends. You will realize the people in your circle are those that have the same purpose as you, or should I say, those that have a place where they are going. They might not all be called into the same thing, but you would notice because you are running diligently after your own purpose, you would gradually see yourself surrounded by people that have a place, have a purpose, know where they are going, and know how to get there. So what purpose does is that it streamlines your friends. It gives you an idea that you know where you are going. I just have to get there. It cuts you off from friends that do not have a destination. You see why you cannot joke with with the matter of purpose in life. I have met teenagers 19 years old, 18, and they will tell you they don't know what they want to do. I met an adult. He's I think 24. We were discussing one day. He had graduated from the university. We were discussing one day and he said, do I know he doesn't really know what he's supposed to do? Is it too late for him? No. Is it late? Yes. But too late? No, it's not late. He can always go back to that place to his purpose. Another thing you need to do is that see, I said God has created each and every one of us with a factory fitted purpose, meaning you need to know how to go about this purpose on earth. There is a manual. For each and every one of us, there is a manual. How do we get access to this manual? You go back to the manufacturer. If you buy a new blender or you buy a new product today, in that product pack, you will see a manual, whether a big one or a small leaflet. Nowadays, it's usually small, but there is always a manual in that package. What will the manual do? The manual will teach you how to use that thing you just bought. The same way you should go back to the manufacturer, who is God, to tell you, to give you your manual. See, God listens and He answers our prayers. He's not a prayer collecting Father, but a prayer answering God and a prayer answering Father. So when you go to Him and say, Father, Auntie Tosin said in one of the videos I watched that you have my manual with you because you are my manufacturer. Can you please show me my manual? Let me know how to make use of these talents you have put in me so I can fulfill purpose and have an identity. Not that I just walk on the street, people say, you see that guy going. I meet that guy. So there's some children that say, see that guy, that guy that sings so powerfully in church. That is an identity. Oh, see that girl. Have you seen her act before? Oh my word. She acted a movie and was crying in church. That is an identity. So you need to get an identity. Do not forget. Go to the owner, to the manufacturer, the one that made you, and ask for the manual. And he will download the manual to you. When he does, download it, you go by it, precept upon precept, line upon line. Because if you skip a line, my dear, the coil can burn. The coil can burn. I bought one kitchen equipment, yes, a yam pounder, and I did not critically read the manual. Unloading it, do you know what happened? After some time, I found out that the coil was smelling because I did not take my time to read through the manual. That's the same thing that can happen to anybody. I also want you to realize that when you read this manual, it keeps you in check. It keeps you in line. Another thing is that you've realized what your purpose is, you have an identity. You just realize this purpose keeps streamlines the kind of friends that comes around you. It streamlines your friends. It streamlines your friends. Purpose reduces drama in your life. Take it from me today. Reason because how do I know? The kind of friends that will come around will be people that also have a destination. They have a place where they are going. Everybody wants to make friends with somebody that knows what he or she is doing. So your purpose will keep you around, or give you a circle, or keep you in circle of people that know where they are going, that have a plan for themselves, and this would help you reduce drama. It streamlines you, the kind of friends you keep. Another thing I want you to realize that, of course, purpose gives you your identity. Like we talk about, remember about the doctor from the beginning. So your purpose gives you an identity. Purpose gives you a sense of living. Never forget that. Imagine when you wake up in the morning, you already have a set goal for where you are going. You are energized, you are strengthened. Of course, you might be discouraged once in a while, but one thing I'm sure of, you cannot be distracted because you have a focus. You know where you are going and you have a plan on how to get there. So keep at it. Hold on. Never forget that when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. If you have any question as regards this topic or this matter, you've been pondering or you've been thinking about it way before now, kindly reach out to me on this contact that we provided in this video. See you at the top. Bye.